Hello, scrappers. Yeah, kind of behind on videos again. Got to cut the top. Show you how I cut the top out of this one of these barrels, and then I don't know if I'm going to drain it right away or not. The way the wind's blowing, 19-mile-an-hour winds. You can see there's the tip I use, the Craftsman tip. I haven't been able to find these anywhere by themselves. The only place I've seen them, they've had them in packages. There's 4 different bits in the package for about $20. And I do have a set of these on the Amazon affiliate page. Been out here off and on the last 2-3 days and got the trailer just about loaded. Got a lot of empty spots in there, so I still got a lot of little stuff over in those 2 bins to try to throw in there, and then maybe try to pull the motors off of some of these push mowers and throw the bodies and handles in there if I got room. Add a little more to it. I'm guessing probably close to 2 ton on there right now. Just a bunch of old dinosaur riding mowers. A few Cub Cadets that have the direct drive, and I'm not sure exactly how that motor and drive is hooked up, so that well, I'm just going to load it up and get it out of here. I got a bunch of other more recent ones that I'll take the time to pull the motors off of, but like I said, last summer I counted over 70 mowers out there, so it's not time to get rid of some. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this in the tripod, and I'll show you how I cut the top out, and then I'll show you how they all have a little bit of chemical in them. It's either still liquid form or some of it's dried up. If I look in there and see it's dried up on the bottom, then what I've been doing is cutting the bottom out. But this one has just a little bit of liquid in it. As you can tell, spray foam. Okay, if you got your earbuds in, turn your volume down, or pull your earbuds out, whatever, mute the video. And that's all there is to that. Yeah, my daughter's boyfriend came over and watched me cut one open, and he said, "Why don't you use the plasma cutter?" That's still starting to dry out, probably because I've had the bungs open for a couple of days. So why don't you use the plasma cutter? I said, well, for one, air chisel makes a much cleaner cut. 2, I don't know if this stuff's flammable, and I don't really want to sell a used burn barrel. So, yeah, I'll let the customer be the first one to build a fire in it. Yeah. So, I said the air chisel, much cleaner. Okay, I'll take and set the tripod up in the other room, and then I'll show you how I dispose of the chemicals. The chemical as itself being liquid, I would say that it'd be a hazardous waste. So Set up and okay, I got the two components here. I think this is the A and that's the B. The B's out of the white drums and that's out of the red drums. So I've got this container painted white, and that one painted red. And foot locker, or kind of a locker that I picked up as scrap here a year or 2 years ago. I sold it at our yard sale here last summer. It had a whole bunch of these baggies, or bags in there, and I don't know, they look maybe 7-gallon trash bag, whatever. So what I've been doing, setting it there, stick a microwave magnet there and there. I put my gloves on. This stuff here, you get it on your hand. It's kind of like that Great Stuff spray foam. It just sticks to you, and then even though you wipe it off, it's still got the area there that's stuck, and then any dirt and stuff just sticks to it really bad. So pretty much has to wear off. So I've got my rubber gloves on. So this A stuff kind of hardens up. I think you could put it out on something and it would end up just drying up and crystallizing. If I dump a scoop of that in, this is one of those salsa containers from Walmart. Fresh salsa. Pour one of each in there. I did some of this the other day and it was like 70 degrees. And then I just mix this stuff up and it turns color, turns kind of a yellowish color. You know this color spray foam is. So when it was like 70 degrees out here, boy, that didn't take just a minute and that stuff started expanding. And it expanded real big. A little bit bigger than probably what this one's going to do. Pretty good heat exchange too once that stuff starts setting off. Yeah, it's starting to go now. I don't know if you can see it in there. See some steam coming off of it. So it's not going to swell it. This, being it's cold out here, it's about 49, 50 degrees right now. So that probably would have came up to here if it was 70 out here. It'll expand a whole bunch more. So I figure as a liquid, it's a hazardous material and it'd be kind of hard to throw away. I wouldn't want to put it in any kind of container and throw it in the dumpster because you know they dump it in the garbage truck and compact it, and the trainer would probably rupture and you'd have this. Might have this stuff expanding inside the dumpster, garbage truck, so they wouldn't like that. So mixing it together, making foam out of it, I figured was the safest way to go. And I mean, we have so many things out there anymore nowadays with foam in it that goes into the landfill, so I figure it's not any more hazardous than anything else going in the landfill, like in the foam state. So, but as you can tell, like right now I could move that out of the way and set up another one and keep right on going. I figure if I do 6 or 8 of them balls a week, that's probably plenty. Kind of depends on how many barrels I'm selling too, you know. I mean, I'm getting, most of the barrels don't have much in it, but some will maybe have up to 5 gallons or something like that, maybe 6. So get a few here and there that got quite a bit in it, but most of them are pretty well drained. So that's what I'm doing with it, and I believe it's safe. And yeah, I know more stuff in landfill, but you know, stuff's going into landfill whether we like it or not. Can't do a whole lot about it. But I had a guy come by Thursday Yeah, my wife went into the hospital again Thursday morning. She woke me up about 4 in the morning and said her chest was hurting, so I took her on in and went to the Norman Regional on Porter, and the Norman Healthplex is the one that really is their heart hospital now, so they wanted to do some tests, and about 7 in the morning the new doctor came on shift and said they were going to transfer her over to the Healthplex to run some tests. Well, about noon, I got tired of waiting. My wife said, go ahead and go on home, so I came home because I had to meet a guy to buy a couple of them open tops, and 20 a piece. So I came home, he showed up, I got them sold, and then the Colorado, I had to tow that in Wednesday on the car hauler, and the battery was dead. So Wednesday I put it on the 6-amp charger, left it on all night, and then basically till noon when I got back from the hospital. And when I got in, I took the charger off, gave it about an hour to cool off, came in and got something to eat and whatnot. Went back out, put the load tester on it, tested 11 volts. I said, okay, yeah, battery's no good. So I pulled the plastic cover off the top of the battery, and the sticker was on it. It said January of 18. I said, yeah, that's 5 years old. So got time for it to go dead on me. So ran up to Walmart, got the battery. That was $160. Ouch. Came back in, put it in there, started right up. So been starting good since. So, which, when you're getting them problems, not wanting to start, sometimes it could be the battery, sometimes starter or alternator not putting a charge in the battery. But when I saw it had 11 volts, I thought, okay, I knew it was a battery. So got that fixed and up and going again. I think it's the best mileage of all the trucks I got, so I try to use it the most with my daily driver. So I had a pretty good busy weekend, and finally then went back up to the hospital that night, got there about dark, and spent the night up there, and yesterday they let her come home about 3 o'clock. The doctor finally came in and said, well, don't really see any issues going on. And when my wife was at the first hospital, she started getting nauseous and started getting sick. And then after she got sick, she felt fine. The pain went, chest pain went away. So it could have been something to do with her pancreas or something like that. Who knows? Esophagus. But anyway, the pain went away, and the doctor said, yeah, that could have been something like that. So they released her, let her come home last night. Then about 7, 8 o'clock last night, my granddaughter's heart started, racing and stuff like that, and I guess she had a dizzy spell, and so my daughter and my wife took her up to the hospital. So yeah, it's crazy life. Crazy life, but you gotta live it. Try to make the best of it. Anyway, you guys probably didn't really need the story. So that's how I'm doing this. I'm gonna try to get out there and throw some more of that stuff on, and get that load ready, maybe take it in Monday, and see what kind of weight I got on that, and give my wife some Christmas money. Take her to Hobby Lobby. She'll be happy. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.